Welcome back. It's the Weekend Funcast. Welcome back. We had Joseph doing a great job last week, but good to see you back. Adam Chalifoux with Russ Thomas, Weekend Funcast. And if you don't know already, kind of a look at the weekend weather, look at the events. We've had a lot of events, but, you know, what I'm hoping, Russ, just get the cat right out of the bag right away. I hope it stops raining.
Yeah, well, you know what? Here's the thing. There has never been a point, any time in the history of anything, where it hasn't eventually stopped raining. Right.
True.
So with that in mind, I think we're going to be okay there. By the way, I just want to say something. You started off, and I wanted to make sure I said this first of all. Joseph, I know he came in, filled in, did a yeoman's job last week.
Oh, absolutely.
In fact, it was weird. He was actually trash talking me yesterday. I said, I'm doing the Funcast with Adam, and he said, well, you know, good luck with that.
Is that when you guys were playing one-on-one basketball?
Yes, yeah. And then he dunked on me. It was
People
like,
don't realize, Joseph, he gets up, he's got that cocks it back behind his head, and then that two-handed jam.
I say, Joseph, 5'9", going on 11'9".
Yes.
But no, okay. I had to get that out there. Now, getting back, yes, the rain's going to stop. And kind of what happened here, this is the way I see it, Adam, is that, you know how, well, maybe you don't. I do. I think a lot of people can relate. You got your in-laws, right? They first come into town. You're like, okay, we needed some rain. This is good. This happened or late Tuesday, early Wednesday. Oh, you know, welcome. Well, it's good to see you. And then, you know, you get to about 2-3 days out, and you're like, so, you know, I wonder how long they're here.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And you're in the same situation. By the way, I love my in-laws. I'm just kidding. But we do have this situation here. We still got rain. We're looking at the radar right now. But to answer your question is, it is going to mix it.
Time for those in-laws to get out of town.
Exactly, if you will. Notice the correlation I've got is rain and in-laws. That's what apparently it is. But the one thing about this system is, of course, we've gotten a lot of rain. We've had areas with 5 inches. Grand Forks, 5.5 inches as of yesterday evening. That is a ton of rainfall. This has been a very slow-moving system. A lot of times this time of year, you know, we'll get those quick hitting thunderstorms that'll be in during the afternoon. They're out by the evening, right?
Sure.
Overnight. This has been one that's just slowly meandering. So the low's off to our east. I know you're like, Russ, why do you get technical with me? But I just want to let people know what's happening here. But you've still got this moisture kind of wrapping around. What's going to happen is the low's going to continue to push off to the east. Eventually, we get rid of the clouds and the rain. And the good thing is, tomorrow's Saturday. By Saturday, rain will definitely be out.
Okay.
Still going to deal with some clouds. We'll get some sun in there as well. We'll have kind of that mix, I think mostly cloudy. Later in the day, we'll get more sunshine. Then Sunday looks fantastic.
Okay. That's good. You know, I was supposed to have my flag football debut. Yes. I remember talking to you about that in the hallway. Guess what? It got canceled.
I'm sorry.
And
but it's rain, right? I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. Well, it's just like I thought it was, you know, I went and I got my long sleeves. I was going to wear my long compression pants. So I was like, whatever.
Yeah.
I'll be ready to play in 2 inches. I don't care if it turns into water polo. Right. I'm getting into the end zone today.
Yeah.
And then I couldn't even go. And then I couldn't sleep because I was so ready emotionally.
Yeah.
To play a pretty intense game of flag football.
Right.
And I was like, then I'm just laying in bed. My body was expecting like 40-yard dashes, and intense juke moves, and you know, some adrenaline. And then I was like,
it's interesting. And I was going to ask you this, but I actually had a guess, and you may be answering what my guess was. What position do you play?
You know, so flag's different. Flag's way different. This is my first year with this team, but I'm like 5'9". I'm not a very big guy, but I actually usually play a little middle linebacker because I like to be in the middle of the field and I'm very quick.
Yes.
And so my responsibilities defensively in the past on teams I've been is kind of monitor the middle of the field and stop things in the short range area. And then a lot of wide receiver, a lot of flag leagues are pass only.
Yeah.
And so, but you know, back in my day, back in my prime, if you will, I was a kick returner and a slot wide receiver when I actually played football.
Julian Edelman. That's what I thought. Right? Are you familiar with
I
that?
used to have a huge beard too.
Did you? Yeah.
Yeah.
That was exactly what I was thinking. You were that guy. So I would have totally guessed it right.
Okay.
Now I could see a little middle linebacker in you too, because you just said you're a small guy, but you're like a spark plug. You just get in there. Yeah, you look like a guy who's not afraid to hit. Trust me, I know.
And that's why I got kicked out of every league I've ever been in. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Yeah. No contact, of course. But what about you? What's your position?
Well, you know, I used to, and I did play when I was young. I'm old now. But when I did play, I loved playing as a wide receiver
Okay,
as well.
nice.
I got a little quarterback action, but I've actually got it. It might be hard at this age to, you look at me, you're just too old to do anything, right? That's what you're thinking at home. I used to actually have good arm, quarterback.
Okay.
I used to play third base in softball.
Oh,
because
very
that was that
cool.
spot where I could, kind of fire it in there. So those two spots remain, and like you, I kind of played the safety position when I played defense. That roaming guy I used to be quick as well, and then 16 knee surgeries later.
Oof.
Okay, not that many, but I've had some, two, one on each side.
Oh, wow.
Anyway, it's a lot of unnecessary. People don't care about me in that. But yes, I did. I did. I played. I was more, I'm a little more lean. I felt like I was more like kind of a possession receiver, but the tall, rangy kind of guy.
Okay. The Adam Thielen-ish?
The Adam. Very good.
Okay.
Thank you. That's perfect. I was trying to think.
Detroit Lakes guy, of course.
Yeah. Falcons used to have a wide receiver about 20 years ago, Brian Finneran.
Brian Finneran. I remember he was kind of tall, like 6'4".
6'5". Actually,
6'5".
6'5".
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Back in the Mike Vick era.
There you go.
And he was a nice player. He was pretty
player
good.
And a nice guy too.
Very cool.
Yeah. So anyway, that's my.
How we wound up on Brian Finneran,
You only get that here.
Yeah.
You only want that here. But anyway, yes. So with all that in mind, thank you for answering. I'm glad you told me what you do because I was curious about that. I can see you out on the football field for sure. I do want to jump ahead because what I want to do here, if the graphics know sometimes they get caught up. Well, there you go. It's our first forecast. So we're going to kind of walk you through this 6 p.m. this evening. We still have the rain, the clouds moving through the region. Notice tomorrow. So the rain's gone as we get toward tomorrow morning, right? It's out of here. Could even see a little fog in some areas tomorrow morning. Notice how it just takes some time. We're at noon tomorrow. It's dry. It's good to be outside. It's going to be nice, comfortable temperatures. But notice we get to 5 o'clock. That's really when we start to break free and see the sun. So if you're looking for that complete sunny scenario, that comes later tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening. But in the meantime, other than a couple stray showers, Thieford or Fallston, it really is going to be a nice day. So we talk about, okay, what are some of those outdoor activities this week, and a lot going on. And we, of course, we have the fair. I believe it's this way, the eastern part of the state. But here in our region, one of the things we have going on, I'm actually going out there tonight, is going to Crookston.
Ooh,
it is
okay.
Ox Cart Day. So in fact, after we get done, I'm actually taking off and out there. We're going to do some live. It's Russ on the Road, one of the segments we do. So this will be our third one. Going to have a great time on Ox Cart Days. And I don't know much about it yet, but I think the name is probably pretty self-explanatory. Like I didn't say, what do you guys do?
If I don't see you in an ox cart for a live shot, I'm going to be very disappointed.
I know, right? I know. And I always assumed, put two and two together, I figure it's a cart that pulls an ox around. But anyway, we're going to see a temperature of 73 degrees this afternoon, a few isolated showers this evening. Not going to see a lot of sunshine in Crookston, but we could see just a little bit sneaking there. And this is an event that's going on throughout the weekend. So if you've got nothing else to do, I know there's a lot going on, and the weekend's going to be nice. Crookston, not that far away, just about an hour and 15 minutes outside of Fargo. A great place to jump out and enjoy yourself and have some fun.
Very good. That sounds like a very good time. And, maybe grab some fare, if you will. What's your favorite fare?
Fair. It's a great question because fairs offer so many different, depending on the fare, right?
Yeah.
It's a good question. I would say that I'm always big if you can find like a big, this is at a restaurant too, of course, a big, huge plate of nachos.
Ooh,
anywhere.
I had that last night.
Did you?
Yeah, I did. And I ate too many.
This is the thing is nachos is one of my favorite things because you actually do get your bang. Everywhere I've ever gone, if you just order a full plate of nachos, I mean the price isn't that bad, and you get like
a lot.
I eat a lot, and I swear you can break it up like into 4 meals.
Yeah.
So what I do is I just eat it all at once.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding.
Well, I mean, I have. I certainly have. Yeah. So I mean, I was like, oh, of course he does. I do.
Yeah. I did want to show one more thing. That's funny, right? At one point, again, much like I could used to play football and softball, but my shoulders on, I could also eat a lot more then than I could.
Burning more calories. Yeah,
just
exactly. Yeah.
I do want to get to our weekend planner.
Absolutely.
Great weekend. We've got 82 degrees in Fargo for Saturday. Nice looking day. Again, cloudy in the morning, sun coming out in the afternoon. Now check out Sunday. Sunday, a wonderful day to get out. 84 degrees.
No clouds in this picture, folks.
No, it's bereft of clouds. Monday, going to be a very nice day as well. So so really a great week, and I think it's going to be nice. And it's really following up this period of like 3 days, right? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, where it's either been heavy rain, it's been light showers, or even when you break away from that, it's generally just cloudy. It'll be good to see the sunshine, get those warmer temperatures back.
Beautiful, beautiful. That leads me to my question, because here comes the sun, right?
Right.
I was going to ask you a sneak attack question here. It doesn't have to be, let's say 3 to 5, though. No particular order. Favorite songs involving rain?
Wow. I mean, there's the classic Eddie Rabbitt song, I Love a Rainy Night. That one's always a good one.
Okay, I haven't heard that one. I haven't checked that out.
Yes, because you're not 53. Let me think about this. Wow. There's the, was it by Toto? It's I Left the Rain Down in Africa. I believe that's.
Oh, yeah. That's a very good one. We'll count that.
Okay.
We'll count that.
Okay, thank you.
Let me help. Can I help with this? Because I have a few. Have you ever seen Rain by CCR?
Yes.
Definitely up there.
That's actually, I didn't think about that. Great song.
That's probably my number one.
Yeah.
And then the song just called Rain by the Beatles I really enjoy.
Of course, I know a lot of Beatles. I don't know that I actually know that song.
Well, perfect. Sounds like we both have some listening to do.
Excellent, excellent. So
okay.
do you have a third?
I feel like there's a blues song.
I think everyone's about rain.
Yeah. Oh, Feels Like Rain.
Okay.
And that's Buddy Guy.
I think I actually do know that.
And that is just such a beautiful song, especially. And you know what? I'm going to listen to that later tonight, or when I feel like, all right, the rain's kind of coming away now. It's like, but it's a beautiful song, and Rain is beautiful too.
It is.
Like it's underrated.
Yeah.
It's so soothing, but that song really captures the relaxing nature, I think.
And I can't believe I forgot this. I'm from Georgia. There's a song called Rainy Night in Georgia.
There you go.
Which is a great song as well. So okay, we'll just include that one as well in my list. And I like the question. And again, as you mentioned, you said this. Didn't get lost on me. Here Comes the Sun.
There we go.
On Sunday.
Oh,
so
yeah.
You kind of got the Beatles covered, right?
Boom, shaka, laka.
Exactly.
That's my favorite band. So and Here Comes the Sun indeed.
Interesting. And I want to say this. You tapped into another thing here if we got another couple of minutes. You mentioned your favorite band, the Beatles, right? Well, my wife, who I met a couple of years ago, we had a conversation very early on. I don't know what led to this, but the question came out. I think she asked me, who do you prefer, the Beatles or the Stones?
Okay.
I said Rolling Stones, to which she was like, yes, she's also more Rolling Stones.
I mean, they're both great.
Yeah.
I would say that in my early years, there was a debate between NSYNC and the Backstreet Boys.
Right.
And they were very similar styles of music. I feel like the Beatles went from kind of poppy rock in their early days to more bluesy rock and at times psychedelic rock, where the Rolling Stones have always been a very rhythm and blues based rock and roll sound. And so it's not like NSYNC and Backstreet Boys kind of similar, like the Beatles and the Rolling Stones, same era, but very small crossover in the Venn diagram of sound, if you will, there.
Yeah,
so
no, I agree. And when I say that, obviously, I want to let people. It's not that because there are a lot of Beatles fans who love them. It's not that I don't like the Beatles. I just prefer the Stones.
Okay.
And you mentioned the NSYNC and Backstreet Boys. Who was better? You want me to let you know who I thought was better? 98 Degrees.
Oh, curveball, folks.
How about that?
Russ got the curveball.
That's
right.
right.
12-6 right there.
It was.
I used to like the Backstreet Boys in hindsight, and I feel like the Backstreet Boys more good songs.
Yeah.
But as far as the best songs, especially, I don't know if you've seen the new Deadpool movie.
I have not.
Well, there's an NSYNC song opening scene, and I was like, this is just electric.
Yeah.
So they have some bangers, some great songs.
I think so too, and just I was kidding someone about the choice that wasn't there, but NSYNC would be of those two.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Very good.
So I think that's it for my musical. I'm a big Beastie Boys fan.
Oh, sure.
That's for another day.
Yeah. Good choice though.
Yeah. But if you get the opportunity, and I'm gonna cut out here because I need to actually.
You got to hit the road.
Crookston.
Russ has got to hit the road, folks.
And I'll be out there tonight. If you will, I'll be on all the shows. We'll be talking about what's going on. So if you want to know more about Crookston Days, I'll be there. Oxcart Days, I should say, and also the weekend looking good.
Love it. Love it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Always a pleasure, my friend. Have a good weekend. Be safe. Make good choices. And have fun out there. And we'll see you next time on the Weekend Funcast.